get us started. So welcome, everyone. Thank you for being here, being part of this Turn On community, turning on your life, and remembering that Turn On is all about, like, how do you go within to listen to your intuition, to listen to your inner voice, your inner wisdom, and turn on your aliveness. We're so good at listening to the outside noise. And this is an opportunity once a month, the second Tuesday of the month, Turn On Tuesday at 10 a.m., all the ta-ta-ta-tas, because I figured it would be the easiest way for us to all remember. Second Tuesday of the month at 10 a.m., but an opportunity to come and just be in your feminine and just turn off your mind, that masculine mind. As boss babe mamas and entrepreneurs and those of us who are running things, households, businesses, carpools, sports for kids, whatever it is, we're so good at the organization and the structure and the foundational pieces that grease the wheels for everyone else in our lives. And this is an opportunity once a month to come together in community, drop in as women, and you just get to be. And so I'm going to give you permission, not that you need it, but sometimes it's a nice reminder to just let yourself be here for the next 55 minutes and nourish yourself. I'm a big advocate of self-care and filling your cup first, because we don't have it to give if we don't. And if you're like me, when my cup is empty, it's really easy for me to get frustrated easily, or to snap at someone I love, or to just mentally be everywhere else except for right here. And so let your cup be filled today. I love it. How many of us, there's like so many people, so many that literally have a cup in your hand. So the metaphor and the symbolism of that today is beautiful. I want to welcome a couple of new, Amy is our newest Turn On member, and so grateful that she's here. And we have a couple of other guests who joined our sound bath this Sunday and looking and wanting to join a community of women. And so grateful for that. Carrie, all good. She says she's at work and she really can't talk, and that's okay, girlfriend. Just be here. I love that you are here for that. So I appreciate that. And again, welcome, Amy. We're happy to have you as an official Turn On member. In this community, we also have a book club. And so this month we're reading Gabrielle Bernstein's Happy Days. It's her newest book. We read The Universe Has Your Back earlier in the year, and she's been a huge mentor for me. She taught me a lot of amazing things. One of the greatest things that I even talked about during the sound bath this Sunday was asking ourselves, how is this happening to me or for me instead of to me? And shifting that mindset from victim mentality of like life's happening to me versus how is this actually happening for me? What am I not seeing? What's a new perspective? And that was a huge transformation when I read her first book 7 years ago. It was powerful. And so I'm excited that we're reading Happy Days and bringing in happiness and joy and the energy that she has. And so as we dive into the month of November, bringing in more gratitude, it is the month of gratitude. So love that. And then, of course, those of you who are have been members for a long time, this, and then new for you, Amy, my Instagram close friends is for Turn On members only. And so I often will give you a deeper, closer look at my personal life and do a little bit of sharing or coaching or mentoring or whatever you want to call it. It just depends. But it's a place for me to pour into my community more in a way that feels more personal. So you can always look for little things there. So again, just thank you for being here and for showing up. My intention always is to help us as women become more embodied in our femininity. And when we talk about this thing around the feminine, it's an internal wisdom and power. It's walking into a space and not having to be loud, but about knowing that I'm taking up space here, even if it's just energetically, And it's not about proving anything to anyone or trying to be anything other than just like the essence of who you are and who we be. So let's just start off with a drop in. And for those of you who are new, this is what we do. It's a practice that I like to practice daily. And in fact, for any of you who have been part of my self-mastery, we do this every single day. And it's really important again, because how do you know where you are if you don't check in? How do you know what your baseline is if you haven't checked in? And so this is a regular practice that I do every day, and invite all of you to join me in this. So how this goes is we're just going to close our eyes if you feel comfortable. If you don't feel comfortable closing your eyes, that's okay. Just kind of look down maybe at your body. You could look at your legs, or you could look at your chest or your heart, but I just want to invite you to close your eyes for a moment and just breathe. Just notice your heart beating in your chest, that life force energy in you. And notice your inhales as you breathe in, the temperature of the air coming in your nose. And when you exhale, notice the temperature coming out of your nose. See if you can just tune into your breath. And perhaps on the next inhale, you take the biggest inhale you have all day, expanding your ribs and lungs, oxygenating your body, your mind. And as you exhale, just let anything and everything go, anything that's not serving you, any thoughts or emotions that you just want to release. Let your breath calm your nervous system and energize your body. We'll take another big inhale through the nose, expanding your back body this time. See if you can expand the backs of your ribs. And when you exhale, I want you to squeeze out all that old stagnant air from last night, from this morning, just cleansing. And I invite you to do a scan of your physical body. And just notice if you have any tension, there's any stagnant, stuck energy, or maybe something's tight. Just notice where that is in your body. And if you were to scale this on a scale of 0 to 10, how your physical body feels on a scale of 0 to 10, 0 is really awful. You probably wouldn't be here if you were at a 0, but it's the lowest. And a 10 would be very, very good. You feel energized, alive, your body has 0 pain. Just on a scale of 0 to 10, where would you say you are right now in this moment, physically? On a scale of 0 to 10, how's your physical body? And now I invite you to move your attention to your mind, your thoughts. Maybe you have a lot racing in your mind. Maybe your head is full. You have a big day thinking about this morning, and just a lot of thoughts in your mind. Could be hard for you to pay attention. Just notice, no judgment. Or maybe as I'm guiding you through this, you just see clouds floating. There's not a lot of noise in your mind. And so if you were to rate this on a scale of 0 to 10, 0 would be no thoughts. Your mind is very calm. It's very clear. And a 10 would be that you have a lot of racing thoughts. There's a lot going on. Just notice where you are. And on a scale of 0 to 10, where would you say you are mentally? Now I invite you to bring your attention to your heart. If it feels good to put your hand on your heart, you can, or just notice. This is that space in you that is the feeling space, the opposite of your mind, your heart space, your emotions. How are you feeling today? And no judgment with like what the actual emotion is, more of just like the capacity to which you're feeling. And a 10 would be that you're feeling a lot. And a 0 would be that you feel nothing at all. How are you feeling today? How much are you feeling? A lot or a little on a scale of 0 to 10? And again, we're just noticing where you are, no judgment here. How do you feel? How much are you feeling or how little? And as you take another big inhale and exhale, I invite you to bring your attention to your inner wisdom, your soul, your spirit, the essence of who you are. How tuned in are you to her? If you're not really connected and feeling like there's a faint, distant, maybe you're closer to a 0. But if you're feeling pretty connected and like your inner voice is loud, that would be closer to a 10. So just notice, where are you on a scale of 0 to 10 in connection to your soul's inner voice? Taking another big, deep inhale, the last one, filling your lungs and ribs, and on the exhale, let it all go. And when you're ready, you can blink open your eyes. And again, I just invite you to notice, where are you physically? Where's your mind? How much or how little are you feeling? How tuned in are you to your emotions? And then your intuition, your inner voice. Is that quiet and turned down, or is that higher? And if you'd like to, I'd love for you to share in the chat. Which number was your highest? Where would you say you're really connected? And for those of you who are just joining and kind of new to this, sometimes it's like, well, wait a second. I'm feeling a lot and my number in emotions was high, and like, wait, is that a good thing, Kate? Like, don't I want to just be like super chill and calm? Well, my answer to that for you is, we are emotional beings, and it's good to feel all of it. Even if that number is uncomfortable or foreign, to be so emotional, especially as women, when we're taught that, feeling a lot isn't ideal. I'm going to challenge that and say that when we allow ourselves to fully feel all of the emotions without judgment, it keeps us well. I love these. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. So again, this check-in is an opportunity for you to just check in. How am I today? How's my physical body feeling? How's my mind? Is there a lot going on in my mind? How's my heart? Where are my emotions? And then, where am I connected to my soul? And now I'm going to flip that, and I want you to think about, maybe what was your lowest number, or where did you feel like you were a little less connected, or maybe there was a lot going on. And again, this is just an opportunity for you to ask yourself, what's one thing that I could do to improve that? What's one thing that I could do to maybe slow those thoughts down? And here you are, so we'll do that. Maybe it's I've been ignoring this feeling, right? I've been trying to push it down and tell it to go away. And my invitation to you is, get quiet, give yourself an opportunity to kind of let that come up a little bit and sit with it. That practice of listening to your intuition or listening to those feelings is a beautiful way to let things flow through you. So again, thank you for being here. Y'all, I'm really excited about this 1111 portal. I want to share with you some of the things that that I know for sure. And as I've been researching and listening, I have a quote or a thing I want to share. The portal of 1111 opens a path to your highest truth, a call to embrace your divine light, shed the masks and boldly and boldly step into the life you were always meant to live. This is a big one, right? This isn't just like little, this is like the divine light and this life that you are always meant to live. This is energy of this divine child within also, which is that version of you before you were told you couldn't do it, or before someone said, no, you're too old for that, or you already missed that opportunity, or now you're a mom and you have kids, or you missed the boat, whatever that is. This energy of the 1111 portal invites us to go back to that, to dream big, to ask yourself, like, what am I here to do? This is a powerful, powerful moment of manifestation, growth, and spiritual alignment. Okay. And in numerology, 11 is known as a master number. So this is an opportunity to like take it up a notch, take it to the next level, and like get super, super clear. This time is open up, and I want to look and make sure I say this exactly right. So this portal is going to last for the next 10 years. 10 years. Okay. So it's a whole decade. So when we're talking about this stuff, I want you to think about, and if you want to write now, if there's some things that pop in your head and you want to jot them down, but like, where are you right now? And where do you want to be in 10 years? Like, what do you really want? And this is like no limits. There's nothing, as far as time, energy, resources, money, in like your most abundance. Where do you want to be? Have you even thought about it? Have you even considered it? Have you let yourself dream that big? That's what this energy is about. Like, let yourself do it. And here's the good news. You don't have to have all the answers for this right now. It's just now opening up. It's just now coming up. So here are some areas of your life that you can really lean into this. Think about your personal growth, your love life, your career, like success, inner peace. And those are the ones I want you to write down. Like, what are my intentions? What do I want? So I'll repeat those for you. If you want to jot them down, you can. But here are the specific categories that you really, really want to get clear, because we're talking about manifesting and we're talking about the clarity. And here's what I know for sure. The more clear you get, the more accurate you'll get. And what I mean by that is, sometimes we're like, yeah, I'd like to, live in a new home. Okay. I want you to think about everything. What's the landscape look like? What color is the front door? What does that tile look like in your bedroom? What kind of light fixtures do you have? How many rooms are there? Get clear, get specific, envision it, see it. Details, 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 details. And the bigger you dream, and the more specific you get. Think about it like this. It's like you're going to a restaurant, okay? And you order food, and you can just order straight off the menu, which is great. You'll get the salad with the walnuts that they say and the blue cheese that they say is on that. And you're going to get some blueberries, and you're going to get that balsamic dressing. But what if instead you're like, I actually like feta better than blue cheese. So can you substitute feta for that? And I actually really don't love walnuts, but I love pecans. So if you could do pecans, that would be great. And how about raspberries instead of blueberries? Oftentimes in life, we just take what's good enough. You're like, yeah, I'm fine with that. I'm easygoing. I'll just take that. But what if instead you're so clear, you're like, I want a ratatouille moment in my mouth where everything is like an explosion. And if I have that blue cheese, it's probably not going to happen. But if I have feta, it might. So like, get clear, babes. Get so clear. Like, what do you love? What do you want? How does it smell? When you manifest, the greatest way to manifest is to turn on your five senses. Okay. So whenever any of you have an idea, I want you to tell me what it is, of like, what do you want to manifest? And here are the categories again. And when something pops, let me know, and let's do it. Let's like get clear on it together. Okay. So here are the categories. So going back, you have your personal growth, So whatever that looks like for you, it's like getting to know yourself better. Maybe learning more about it. It could be like, I just want to learn more about my shadow side. I want to learn more about those parts of me that, like, my sabotaging behaviors are the things that get in the way. Or maybe it's not that at all. Maybe you want to learn more about your human design, or your sun sign, your moon sign, your rising sign. Like, what are all those and why do they matter? And where are the stars and the planets and astrology? It could be anything. It could be anything with personal growth, right? What about your love life, or loves in your life? Could be that category. What about your career or motherhood? What kind of mom do you want to be? How do you want to show up for your kids? In 10 years, what do you hope your kids and you look back and they say, what kind of mom were you? What does success look like to you? What does that actually even mean? Success looks different to everyone, right? And success could be that category of career, or it could be, motherhood, or it could be, maybe there's like a burning hobby or like a thing that has been in you and you're like, I'm going to wait to do that. I'm going to wait. I've been waiting. Guess what? Now's the time. You have the next 10 years and it is all about growth and manifesting and like really, really getting what you want. And it's about you being spiritually aligned. This is your purpose. This is enlightenment. This is like that burning desire that's inside of you that you've been maybe ignoring because you're putting it off because timing hasn't been great. But I invite you to use the energy of this time and the next 10 years to let it grow. So first of all, we have to plant the seed. Okay, we got to plant the seed. So what is that seed? So if you were going to pick any of these categories, it could be personal, it could be career, it could be relationship, it could be family. What category is kind of like speaking to you and calling out? And I'd love to hear, is there something inside of you? Is there something that is popping and like, I know what it is, Kate.
For me, it's definitely personal growth.
Personal growth. Okay. Awesome. So knowing that that's your little seed, right, of like personal growth, like when you talk about personal growth, think about it. Is it like ancestral? Is it feminine? Is it stepping into your divine feminine more? Is it learning a new skill, expanding in your like in that?
So I think for me, like getting to know my, feminine divinity, for sure. And, you know, I definitely am interested in learning more about my human design and my signs. I'm just kind of barely getting like scrape the surface of the like research and reading that I've done. And so I would say that.
I love it. I love it. This is beautiful, Amy, because what I believe and what I've found to be true is there's an equation for self-love. And I believe that we all want to love ourselves more. I mean, who doesn't want to love ourselves more? There's this equation in self-love. And the first part of that equation, the first step is self-knowledge. The more you get to know yourself, then you can move to self-acceptance, where you accept all of you. You accept the light, the dark, the shadow, all of it. And then you can learn to trust yourself because you know you better than anyone else, which then leads to self-confidence. And that's the self-love cycle. So the self-love cycle is self-knowledge, self-acceptance, self-trust, self-confidence. And human design will help you with that. Learning about your astrology will help you with that. And learning about the divine feminine and the energy of the divine feminine will absolutely unlock all of that. And I love this for you. You are absolutely in the right place. Congratulations. This is literally turn on your life. And so I'm excited for this next year and then hopefully a whole decade with you to just watch this unfold and unravel. And in fact, the image here is like the rose, okay? When you imagine a rose, and let me back up. Have you ever heard that like, oh, we are humans, we're like an onion, we're layered? Well, I'm going to invite us to let go of the onion because the onion is stinky and off-putting and hard to hard. And I love the image of a rose instead, because a rose, first of all, is alive and it is connected and to the source, to mother. And there's a stem that feeds that rose. It's nourished, it's growing, and it has this ability to be able to open up, and as it opens, it softens. It's very feminine. And as the rose opens and each of these petals peel back, I'm going to invite you to see that versus an onion's layers. So this ever unfolding rose, it's this divine feminine. I use rose in my medicine. I make this rose water. I love it. It's refreshing, it's feminine. I mean, we are so aligned with the energy of the rose. So again, if it feels good to you to use that or think about that or let that be a symbol in your life, do it. So we're going to create altars that are kind of like a living vision board. Okay, we're going to do that in January for the new year. So this will be an opportunity for us to take these seeds that we're planting and thinking about right now, and in this community over the next year, really develop this. So again, planting seeds, getting clear, like, what do you really, really want? Anyone else want to share? Like, what is your thing right now?
I think America. I think that I am on the same person. There's a lot of different conflicting, but which one stands out is I've been on this journey of self-love, self knowing myself and all the stuff with it. And inner child is the one that I've never really explored.
Mhm.
And interesting enough, I've done a couple different breath work and sound bath and meditation in the last month. I've had a couple different opportunities, and it's just constantly coming up. It's one of those, like, I've never even heard of it until maybe a month ago, and now it feels like it's always coming up. And I would like to explore that more.
Thank you, Erica. I'm going to read something to you because I'm just like, sometimes we say you can't make this shit up. And what I mean by that is that as women, especially, we are so tuned in and dialed. And sometimes you don't know why, or you're like, oh, this thing is coming up. And I just want to validate and confirm what you're feeling, Erica, in this moment. And here it is. Okay. The energy of the 1111 portal is the divine child awakens. The 1111 portal represents the divine child archetype, bringing boundless joy, clarity, and inspiration to create your most authentic life. These energies streaming down from the cosmos are golden, emerald green, and crystalline, here to activate your solar plexus, your heart chakra, and your crown. These energies of the day are here to heal self-worth wounds, discover any masks that we've worn, and empower you to live fully in your truth. The key themes are clarity, empowerment, authenticity, courage, playfulness, and self-expression. It's all about embracing the inner light, aligning with your highest joy, and setting the stage for your future filled with purpose and passion. And it starts with knowing your inner child. It's like we have an opportunity to go back and reparent ourselves, or give ourselves the thing that we didn't get. And what happened when we were young, at some point in time, something happened. We either got left, somebody forgot, that was mine. My mom forgot to pick me up multiple times. I'm like sitting on the curb, right? Like I just have this whole thing. And then it created like this abandonment thing of like, maybe I'm not gonna, right? And the truth is, we all have it. Everybody has it. We all have a moment. We've done it to our own kids and we've had it happen to us. I believe it's the human experience. And so when we can just let go of like that victim of like, this happened to me, And instead, like, okay, this happened for me. Like, why did this happen? And what can I learn? And you start getting really curious like a child. That's very inner child energy, is curiosity. And we get to go back and explore, like, what does my inner child need? What did that little girl not get that she still needs today? And it's blocking me from moving to the next level. And when we peel that back and discover and uncover that rose petals, getting to the center and the core of like the inner child of who we really, really are, the authentic self, then we can do it with so much compassion and grace. But it's discovering and reparenting her. Another one of our turn on Tuesdays we'll do is mirror work. And mirror work is really powerful because you reparent and you go back to that little girl, that version, and you look at her and you see her and you speak to her and you love her. And all of these practices help us love ourselves more because she's in there. Like she's in there. We've just maybe like been so hurt or been so disappointed in life that it's just like we've been seeking outside of us how to fill that up. And what I'm here to guide you is back home to you. It's inside of you. She's there. We just get to go hold her and love her and nourish her and really give yourself the thing that you've been seeking outside of yourself all along, but haven't quite been able to find. You're like, I got this, but it didn't give me the satisfaction or the fulfillment that I thought. Or like, hey, I've been doing all the things. I've been checking all the boxes. Like, why do I still feel like there's something missing? And the thing that's missing is you connecting to that little girl, that inner child. So Erica, I love that. And I love that you're here. And thank you for saying that and bringing that up. I want to dive a little bit deeper into numerology. Okay. So if you're familiar with numerology, if you're familiar with numbers, I just want to give you a little bit of the numerology around 11/11/2024. Okay. So, so the number 1 represents new beginnings, independence, and forward momentum. So as we think about this number 1, it's about like, what's this new beginning and this independence? And I want to be very clear when we talk about independence, it is not separateness. It's not like I'm independent and I can take all this on and we've been doing that for a long time, loves. We've been separated for a long time. That's the energy of our society. It's very much like every man for himself. Like, I'll figure this out. I'll just do it and grind and I have to do it alone. That is not what independence is. Independence rather is, I got me. I'm taking care of my needs so that now I can pour into others. It's really about believing that self-care isn't selfish, it's necessary. It's necessary. And when we fill our cups first, then we have the capacity to show up in every relationship in our lives better because we're filled. We're not seeking and searching and needing fulfillment outside of ourselves. We're giving it to ourselves first. And again, this is nurturing that inner child, that little girl who needs that thing that we've been trying to get everybody else to give us. And they're like, they don't know what we need. So when we give it to ourselves, then we can now show up better in all of our relationships. That's the independent energy, okay? And then this forward momentum of like, okay, it's time. Like, this seed's been planted. I've been wanting to do this. I love that you said, Erica, you've already kind of started. And now you're in a place of you being able to say, okay, let's go. Let's step in. Let's go. So when you add up 1 + 1 + 1 + 1, right? 11/11, it equals 4. So let me give you the meaning of 4. Okay. So 4 is all about building solid foundations. It calls for stability, structure, and long-term vision, which will help you lay the groundwork for this next decade in your life. This is what I often refer to as the masculine structure in our lives. We need it. Daily self-care, committing to show up in all 4 of those pillars. So I teach frequently about your 4 bodies. You're not just your body. You're not just your mind. You're not just your soul. You're not just your emotions. You're all of it. So when you show up every single day in each of these pillars and check in with yourself, you are creating structure. you're creating foundation, you're creating consistency in your life that allows you to do this consistently. That is the foundational piece that is required for you the next decade to be able to manifest and get the thing that you want. It has to have a strong, sure foundation. This is why self-mastery, my 12-week self-mastery program, is so important. It creates the foundational structure for everything I do. It's the thing that I implemented into my life a decade ago that's gotten me to where I am today. And so we always start with this because when we create this foundation and when we create this structure, when the wave comes, when the curveball comes, when you have the breakup, when you have something major happen in your life, like maybe someone passes away or a kid gets sick, or we all have it, right? We know there's something that happens, you lose your job, the economy crashes, like whatever it is, something happens. When you have that foundation and you consistently are doing this every day, it will be the thing that gets you through. Even if you're not thriving, you're able to stay consistent. If you don't have a regular foundation and structure for the thing that you are doing, and that big wave comes or that curveball comes, you will literally get washed away. You will get so knocked off your path that you're like, how did I get here? And how do I get back? And so the goal here is, instead of pendulum swinging from here to here, you've got this consistency so that you might go here and you might go here, but you're really more steady. So that's the number 4, okay? And then the number 3, which is if you add up 11, 11, 20, 24, it's the number 3. And here's what that is. It embodies creativity, joy, and the divine child. It infuses the day with playful, optimistic energy that invites you to dream big, express yourself freely, and trust in the flow of the universe. My loves, this is femininity. This is the divine feminine coming into our lives for the next decade. It's saying you've built the structure, you're doing that, so now you can flow. Now you can have fun. Now you can be creative. Now you can feel joy. We have often felt like personal development is hard work. You're uncovering the parts of yourself that are like, oh, I didn't let anybody see that. I didn't want anybody to know that I self-sabotage in that way. Instead, it's like, you know what? We all have it. We're all addicted to something. We all have self-sabotaging behaviors. It's life. So what if, instead of judging yourself, you can just give yourself grace and compassion and laugh at yourself? You're like, oh my gosh, here I am again. I'm doing that thing. I am doing that thing. Another thing we talk about in this self-mastery program, it's how to shift your mindset with a process that's called SNAP. It's an acronym that I've come up with, where you can literally start to shift and change your mind and your beliefs and your thought process. And in that, just so you know, just because you know it, you still do it. We still do it. We still default. But again, you can kind of laugh at yourself. You're like, oh, here I am again. Okay, I knew it. All right. It's okay, girl. It's okay. It's okay. We got this. We've got a method. We have a process. We know how to move through this. So we got it. It is forever a practice. If you are here right now in this community, you care about your personal development. You care about it. That's why we're here. We're like, I want to be the best version of myself. And I already am her. It's already within me, but it's about discovering and uncovering those parts of myself, all of me. It's yin yang energy, the masculine, the feminine, the light and the dark. We are whole. But we've been taught for so long that you only show the best version of yourself, right? Well, we're phonies when we do that, and we feel like we're fakes. And then we judge ourselves and we get in a shame cycle, and we're going to let all that go this decade. We are done with all that. We are moving through that. No more. It's not serving anyone. And then as we do this, there's a ripple effect. You affect your family members. You affect your best friends, the people you love, your communities, the teams that you're leading. And the coolest part about all of it is you do generational healing for every woman who's come before you. All of them. So if they didn't have what you have, to do the work, you're here to do it for them. And you're here to do it for yourself. And as you heal all the generations that came before you, and you will heal all the generations that come after you. And it is beautiful work. And it is powerful to call on these women from our past and say, hey, I need you to be here with me. I'm doing some big stuff, and it's not just for me. It's for our whole family, right? I need to feel your strength. The grandmother energy is really, really powerful. Really powerful. And I know that as we women step into this huge, big calling, that there is support. There is support around us. And I want you to remember that, so that on the days that you feel like, I don't know if I can do this, that you remember that you're not alone. You have a community of women right here. We're doing it together. We're here supporting each other. And you have ancestors, women who have come before us. So that remembering, just remember you're not alone, okay? That's really, really important. So that's the numerology for this. And now what I'd like to do in the next 10 minutes is I want to take you through a visualization practice, okay? And let's just see what comes. Let's just see what your intuition, let's just see what you're manifesting and what this feels like. And the reason we're doing this is, number one, it will get you into a vibrational frequency to call in the thing that you want. So the way manifestation works is it's magnetizing. Okay. It's not just thinking of the thing that you want, but it's getting your body and your soul and all four of your bodies into alignment to be able to be in the frequency to magnetize what you want. So that's what I want to be able to leave you with. Okay. So when you're ready, I'm going to ask you again to close your eyes. I think I'll bring in a little bit of music here. So just when you close your eyes, if that feels good to you, just start breathing. And just see if you can bring those inhales and exhales. And as you close your eyes and you're taking a couple of deep breaths, I want you to just come back to that feeling of being centered. Feel your sits bones on the chair or the seat beneath you. Feel held by Mother Earth. And now I want you to visualize a golden bowl. Or it can be a container with 1111 engraved on it. See that container, see that gold bowl with the numbers 1111 on it. And this container is specifically for receiving the golden portal energies. So see that gold ball or that gold container with 1111 on it. And now I want you to imagine a stream of golden crystalline energy flowing down from the cosmos, from above, way out in the cosmos. See that gold stream of energy flowing and filling this container with energy. And that energy represents courage, a courage for you to be who you really are. And clarity, so that you are very, very clear. And the energy of worthiness. You are absolutely worthy of your desires. Continue to see that gold stream of energy flowing into that golden container, filling it with the energy of courage, clarity, and worthiness. And now allow the golden energy to rise from the container, from a radiant sun within your solar plexus, which is the space just above your navel and under your ribs. See that golden energy rising from that container and forming a radiant sun within your solar plexus. That golden ball, that golden container is being transmitted and transfused into your personal power in your body, just below your ribs and above your belly, the upper part of your stomach and abdomen. See that gold energy swirling inside of you, as bright as the sun, filling you with courage, clarity, and worthiness. And as you breathe in really, really deeply, take a big inhale, filling your belly and feeling that space. And feel that crystalline sun grow brighter and stronger. Visualize it rising up through your chest now, moving up through your chest. That gold energy is now wrapping around, behind, and in front of your heart. Let it fill you up. The brightest gold light, like sunshine, filling your belly and your chest. And now it moves up through your neck and throat. Fill your throat, fill your neck with that gold, bright light. Now let that energy move all the way up through your throat and neck, up to your third eye, which is the space between your eyebrows. Let it penetrate your third eye that you might see clearly. Bring in clarity, that golden light. And now move that light all the way up to the crown of your head, the very, very top of your head, so that from your solar plexus in your belly all the way up to the crown of your head, that golden light is filling you up. And imagine the sun showering golden crystalline light over your entire body now. That gold light coming from the cosmos, through the sun, and filling your entire body. Feel that gold light coming down from above, creating an energetic pyramid all around you. Your entire body surrounded by gold light. And visualize this pyramid stabilizing and protecting you. Aligning you with your highest good for the next 10 years. Let your entire body feel surrounded. And see if you can feel the frequency of this golden light moving through your entire body, from the top of your head all the way down your toes to your fingertips. See if you can feel it vibrating in your skin. And as you take another big inhale, breathe in that golden light from above and let it wash over your entire body. Breathing in, feeling connected and supported, feeling grounded, feeling your personal power, the divine within you. Another big, deep inhale. And on the exhale, you can slowly blink open your eyes and come back to this present moment.
Ah.
Now I want you to look down at your body and look down at your solar plexus, that place just below your chest, your personal power, and bring both your hands to your belly, your upper belly. I want you to feel that when you breathe in. I want you to connect to your personal power, your solar plexus. This is the seat of your soul. It's where your soul lives in your body. It's your energy, it's your life force energy. That desire that you have planted in you, you are worthy of. It's your calling. It's what you're meant to do. It's who you're meant to be. So just feel your personal power. And when you're ready, I want you to blink open your eyes and write down what you just experienced. Take about 60 more seconds and just, you can write down words, you can write down feelings, you could draw a picture, just anything that'll help you remember. Might just be one word. Maybe you're coming back to a word or a desire that was already planted in you in the last few days. Maybe it's just a confirmation and more validation, more clarity. Okay. Anyone want to share what popped up, what came for you?
I think the one thing that I can share is when you were visualizing and saying a pyramid, for me, pyramid just, it was a globe. It was a circle and it was very much encapsulating. And I could see the light. I was floating. I could see myself float and sort of turn in that globe. And but the pyramid just, I tried to fit it in, but it just wouldn't work.
Mm, that's beautiful. So what I heard you say is that you were inside of that golden globe,
Correct.
which is
Yeah.
gorgeous, and that the pyramid stayed outside of the globe, which is a beautiful symbol that that is your support. That is you are the center of it. And all of that energy, all of that pyramid that stayed outside of it is your protection. It's your support system. It's all that's of the highest good there to hold you in that vision and hold you in that container and hold you in that light. That's so beautiful. I love that. Thank you for sharing. Anyone else want to share? It could be a word, it could be a feeling, anything. There's no right or wrong here. Everyone has their unique experience, which is so powerful. Okay, we have about 1 more minute before we wrap this up. So take an opportunity to remind yourself this is the very beginning of a whole decade, okay? You don't have to have the clarity today. You don't have to have it all figured out today. This is the very, very beginning. So take the next month and just really spend some time with you, asking yourself, giving yourself permission to be courageous, reminding yourself that you are worthy, that you are worthy, you are worthy. In fact, what's coming to me right now is that we'll do mirror work next month. We'll create this opportunity for mirror work to just start tapping into that energy of the inner child, of your inner wisdom, looking. You know, it's often said that the eyes are the window to the soul. And so this mirror work will allow us to go deeper and pulling back and kind of like opening this rose. And remember, we have a whole year to really get clear on what this is so that the stepping into this can happen. But again, loves, we have a whole decade, okay? This is only day one. We're only day one of 3,000 days, right? 3,650 days. Today's just day one. So if you're looking at the big thing, it's like the very first. So be curious. I invite you to bring in an energy of curiosity. What do I want for the next decade? What do I want? Maybe you don't even know, and that's okay. Be curious. Ask yourself, what do I want? What do I want to feel? What do I want to experience? It doesn't even have to be a tangible thing. It could be something that's abstract. That's just like, I want to feel this certain way. And then we will work through this over the next year in this community to really develop and open this up into a way that creates clarity, confidence, and reminding you that you are worthy. I love you all. Thank you for being here. Enjoy your day and take lots of good notes. Write down and continue to come back to that mantra, right? Like, I am open to receive. I'm open to receive. I'm open to receive. Or you could say something like, universe, show me how good it gets. Right? Okay. Thank you. Thank you. See you.
Thank you.
Yeah, see you in the Facebook community, Reading Happy Days. Would love to hear thoughts there. I'll continue to share there. And then December 10th is our next session together. And we're going to talk about mirror work. In fact, just side note this, I'm going to ask you to have a handheld mirror for that session, or maybe you can be on the counter sitting in your bathroom on the, do y'all ever do that where you like put your feet in the sink, but you're sitting on the counter so that you're this close to your mirror in your bathroom? Anyway, I do that. Or maybe you have like a full length mirror or something like that you could set up from or in front of. So we'll talk about mirror work and some of that work. And that's a 21-day experience. So we'll kick it off on the 10th and then we'll end it by probably around New Year's, which is great. And then we'll talk about altars and vision boards and things like that in January. Okay. Have a great day.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.